is good? Why are people? What is good? You. So, I completely forgot that I didn't record a Boruto video. I was looking around my footage like, I know I did it. Come on, I know I did it. But I watched all of it again just to make sure I had all of the correct knowledge. But it's kind of crazy to think Boruto is finally dealing with some hardship, and I'm pretty sure the guy is gone after what just happened. But to know that there's somebody who, Boruto kind of saw himself in, just in the grand scheme of seeing how this guy lived his life, uh, being the guy who sacrifices himself today, it it really kind of was eye opening for I think Boruto at that point to just kind of understand that some people who are ridiculously talented, ridiculously skilled, still aren't really living in a lavish life and getting all the nice things and going forward buying every and anything. They kind of just do their own thing, right? So to know that and that he really didn't have much to lose, like he lived a very minimalist lifestyle, but the one thing he wanted to protect, or the one person or one thing he wanted to see, was this turtle that now is pretty much Boruto's pet after this just happened. So crazy how fast things can happen now in this show. Like I was saying, it didn't feel like this type of stuff would happen in what we were already watching, and that was my biggest problem of the show, was just the fact that whenever we were watching these characters do stuff, it didn't feel like there was much on the line because, um, for instance, the members of Team 7 can't really die or get too much progression if the whole entire story itself hasn't necessarily like caught up, right? Like if there's a whole, for instance, Boruto's eye and him learning as many stuff as he did, I don't think as much of that stuff was in the manga quickly, right? Like as quick as they showed it for us and stuff. So that's one thing I was hearing critically about the anime was why did it feel like it jumped the gun on some of the things for the character when really they were going to have to dial it back so far. Um, and I say that to say they literally had um, the eye of Boruto like teleporting him places. We've never seen him do that again. We've saw his eye literally be the reason why he had a chance to fight against that monster that was raging. But I pretty sure people were saying that was anime exclusive, and it seemed like a very important time for Boruto as a character because not only did he just see what type of ridiculous powers he could have if he just kept like training and kept trying to figure out how to control it. It's a huge game changer anytime he is pushed to a point where he can use it, and I think the show slowly but surely uh, made it so he doesn't need it, right? Like either it just doesn't activate because he hasn't been in a danger enough that it's necessary, and he's not skilled enough to handle it. Almost as if it activates to protect itself more than activating and showcasing itself to anybody. Because that's why even Naruto didn't believe him when he told him that he has a one of the eyes activated, right? So it's one of these things where we're kind of stuck now in the dark, not hearing anything about it, even though we've heard about it since like the beginning of the whole entire series. But now here we are, still with nothing confirmation wise on how strong or how ridiculous he's still going to get, or what the eye can even do fully. So seeing everything pop off, though, with the doctor and him fighting pretty much his own inventions is a really cool concept because ninja tools, hate them or love them, they make a ninja out of anybody, right? Like being a shinobi and being capable of doing certain types of attacks and moves is, mainly for those people who have trained and dedicated themselves into learning it. But now you have robots that can just fire them at will non-stop, and that's just where things are going, right? Like that's just how it literally seems to be uh, kind of jumping at this point. So overall, I definitely suggest keeping an eye on Boruto at this point because really anything's possible, and because of that, it just puts into perspective how quickly characters can start going missing, especially ones that can, reach Boruto in an emotional way. And they chose a really good one. It's almost like it was going to happen, seeing how they set it up with him giving the turtle to Boruto, and then he goes on an important mission. So, yeah, unfortunate, but definitely going to help this character understand just what the consequences can look like anytime you're not strong enough to truly handle a situation and protect everybody. So, with all that being said, everybody, I hope you have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be when you're watching this. I am your boy, the Anime G, and I'll definitely talk to you sooner than later. Peace. This turned into a longer video than I thought, but I'm definitely getting this dub. Oh, I lost.